Good morning. This is Zishan Rizvi, Leadership Wala from Rehan AI Teacher Training Institute, Batch 21. And today I'm going to discuss with ChatGPT about how to create a daily routine for success. Hi, ChatGPT.
Hey, Zeshan, great to have you here. I'm ready to dive into that topic with you.
Wonderful. So, my first question would be, what does a successful day look like to you personally?
That's a great starting point. For me, a successful day usually means I've got a clear focus, I make progress on meaningful goals, and I also give myself time to recharge, whether that's a break, exercise, or just some time with family. How about you? What would that look like
Uh,
for you?
well, I'll tell you later on. So, how important is having a structured daily routine in achieving long-term goals?
Yeah, that's a really key point. A structured daily routine is crucial because it keeps you consistent and focused. Even small daily habits build up over time, so a routine helps you stay on track and make steady progress toward big picture goals.
Wow. Do you think routine limits creativity or enhance it, and why?
Yeah, it's a really interesting balance. Routine can actually enhance creativity because it gives you a predictable framework so you free up mental energy to focus on new ideas. On the other hand, if a routine is too rigid, it can feel stifling. So I think the sweet spot is having a balance, a flexible routine that gives you structure, but also leaves space for spontaneous thinking.
What is the first habit you practice every morning?
For me, it's usually a short mindfulness or breathing exercise, just a few minutes to ground myself. After that, I usually check my priorities for the day. What about you? Do you have a first habit you lean on?
Yes, I have also something like. And how does waking up early or late affect your productivity?
Yeah, it really depends on the person. For a lot of people, waking up early gives them a quiet, distraction free start, so they feel more productive. But if you're naturally a night owl, you can also get a lot done late in the evening. The key is just aligning your routine with your natural energy peaks.
And what role does planning the night before play in a successful routine?
Oh, it's really powerful. When you plan the night before, you reduce that morning decision fatigue. You already know what your top priorities are, so you wake up with clarity and focus. It just sets the tone for a smooth, productive day.
How do you prioritize tasks in your daily schedule?
Absolutely. I usually identify the top three tasks for the day. Those are my non negotiables. And then I fit in other tasks around them. I also look for any deadlines or high impact items, so those get top priority first.
And what are your top three non-negotiable daily habits?
For me, the top three are usually first, some form of intentional reflection, like journaling or a short mindfulness practice. The focused work block on my biggest priority. And third, a bit of physical movement, whether that's a walk, stretch, or a quick workout, just to keep my energy up.
And how do you handle distraction during your day?
Yeah, distractions are a big one. I try to batch similar tasks, so I limit context switching and I use tools like some time blocking or the Pomodoro technique. And I keep my phone on silent or out of reach when I really need to focus.
Very good. And is consistency more important than intensity in a routine?
Yeah, I think so. Consistency is really the foundation. If you show up every day, even if it's in smaller increments, you build momentum and progress. Intensity can be helpful, but without that steady consistency, it's easy to slip.
And how do you balance work, health, and personal life in your routine?
That's definitely a juggling act. I make sure I set clear boundaries, like having a definite end to the workday, and I schedule in time for exercise and personal activities, just like meetings. So it's all about planning and respecting those time slots.
And what role does exercise play in your daily success?
Exercise is huge for me. It boosts my energy, clears my mind, and honestly, it just keeps me more resilient. Even a short workout makes a big difference in my focus and mood throughout the day.
And how do you incorporate learning self improvement into your day?
I try to build it in bit by bit. So I might listen to an audiobook or a podcast during a commute, or I set aside a small daily block, like 20 minutes, to read or practice a new skill. That way, it's a steady, manageable habit.
Very good. And do you track your daily habits? Why or why not?
Yeah, I track them because it keeps me accountable. I use a habit tracker, just a simple app or even a journal, and it helps me see patterns. When I'm consistent, I feel more in control. And if I slip, I can quickly get back on track.
Excellent. And how do you stay motivated to stick your routine?
For me, it helps to connect the routine to a bigger purpose. I remind myself why I'm doing these habits, whether it's long term goals, health, or personal growth. And I also celebrate small wins so I keep that positive momentum going.
What is the biggest challenge in maintaining a daily routine?
I think the biggest challenge is staying flexible when things go off track, whether it's unexpected events or just life getting unpredictable. The key is not to give up if you miss a day, just adapt and get back to it the next day.
And how do you reset your routine after a bad or unproductive day?
Yeah, I keep it simple. I don't beat myself up. I just take a moment to reflect on what happened, and then I set a small, achievable plan for the next day. Usually that helps me regain momentum without feeling discouraged.
Should routines be rigid or flexible, and why?
I think they should be flexible. Routines give you a structure, but life is unpredictable. If you can adjust them to fit changing circumstances without completely derailing them, you stay consistent but still adaptable.
Excellent. And how does your environment influences your daily habits?
Oh, it has a massive impact. If my environment is organized, clutter free, and set up for focus, it's so much easier to stick to habits. When things are chaotic, it drains my energy and makes it harder to stay on track.
What evening habits help set up a successful next day?
One big evening habit is a quick review of the day, what went well, what I could adjust, and then I set my top priorities for tomorrow. I also try to wind down with a calming ritual like reading or just a tech break so I sleep better and wake up refreshed.
Wow. And how important is digital detox in your routine?
It's really important for me. Taking a break from screens in the evening helps me avoid that overstimulation and it makes it easier to wind down. I sleep better and I wake up with a clearer mind, so it's a big boost for my overall focus.
Do successful people all follow similar routines, or is it something personal?
It's definitely personal. I mean, successful people have a wide range of routines because they adapt them to fit their strengths, energy, and goals. So the key is finding a routine that aligns with your values and keeps you motivated.
Sure. And how do you avoid burnout while maintaining consistency?
Yeah, that's a really important balance. I make sure I schedule regular breaks, both during the day and some downtime each week, so I'm not just pushing nonstop. And I pay attention to signs of fatigue. If I notice I'm getting burned out, I adjust my pace or add rest time.
Can you give any example just in case?
Sure. For example, if I'm working on a big project, I might set a timer for 90 minutes of deep work, then take a 20-minute break. No screens, just stretching or a walk. And if I feel really drained midweek, I might intentionally take a lighter day, less intensity, more rest, just so I don't crash later.
Excellent. And what small habit has made the biggest difference in your life?
I'd say the small habit of just daily journaling, even just 5 minutes. It gives me a chance to process my thoughts, stay mindful, and really clarify my intentions each day. That little practice has had a big ripple effect on my focus and peace of mind.
And if you could change one thing in your current routine, what would it be?
I think I'd like to add a bit more creative time, maybe a daily 20-minute window where I just brainstorm, doodle, or explore a new idea. I think that would spark more inspiration and keep me energized.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Maya. You have been very helpful and you really gave me an excellent answer to my question. And hopefully, I'll touch base with you again shortly. And let me permit to say bye for today and hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You're very welcome, Zishan. I'm really glad I could help. Take care, and I'll be here whenever you need me. Have a fantastic day.
You too.